dun. Sorry about that, guys.
What's up, everybody? My name is Tru. Welcome to Green Room Radio. I am sitting here with the lovely Domo Monster.
What's up? What's up? And we got a moon man in the building.
A moon man.
Straight alien.
What's goodies, people? It's your boy Irish. Thank you for having me.
Irish Wick from Medicated TV.
That's how I usually come in. I've been doing that intro so much. It's like, it's your boy Irish, aka Medicated TV. So I thought
what's that accent?
He's not even Australian. He just uses it.
Is he Australian?
So many people keep saying that Australia is fake. So I can unequivocally say that we're not fake. We're here. I'm from Australia.
Can you talk in American? I don't want to say American. English
accent?
Like you're not Australian?
I can talk. Well, I am Irish. So I'd be like, I'll believe that when my shit turns purple and tastes like rainbow sherbet. We can do the whole show like this if you really want to do the whole show like this and really fucking people up. No one would know.
We're not Conor McGregor fans, so we definitely don't want to hear that.
You do nothing.
Hey, hey. So we're gonna start out today with some. Well, we're gonna start out today with Hugh. Can you post that flyer for Burning Trees? It's a festival.
Yeah, let's go Burning Trees.
It's a festival that is coming up. There's Spanky, the guy that's late. But this is a festival that's coming this Saturday, the 27th.
I am a special. We got a special VIP guest, Spanky Hayes, and me and my girl are going too.
Who are you? Who are you?
Me and Annalie.
Who are your top two right here?
Oh, okay.
That you want to see?
Just you know two. What? Okay, Busta, and you've probably seen him so many times, but I want to see Corrupt.
Corrupt. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good one. What about you,
I want to
Irish?
see him perform Sea-Walk.
Two. That's it. All you get is two.
Two shots. So I'm there. I can't wait. Straight off the bat, exhibit number one.
Ooh.
And then, ironically, my boy Merkins is performing. So Merkins is performing there, and that's the second guy I dropped a global cipher with him. But I could name far more, but definitely exhibit. I can't wait to hear multiply.
Well, I didn't even see. I just now noticed the alcoholics on there. But I'm actually excited to see Busta Rhymes traveling the world. I don't know why. We've crossed paths many times. I just haven't seen him live. And actually, you know, I don't know if this is tacky or not, but Soulja Boy. I believe I saw Soulja Boy. I want to say I saw him at one of the nightclubs out here.
Soulja Boy was at Champs, so he didn't perform. Or maybe he did, and I didn't see it. But
he was actually at Champs.
You know, I just noticed Mobb Deep.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they keep adding people every time we see one of these new things because it seems like it's changing. But yeah, so we got that. Another festival that's right around the corner that I just saw.
Did you get my flyer?
No. We put yours up was it last week? We did. Yeah. Right around the corner we got Life is Beautiful. I didn't even know that until last night. You got that flyer? It's not even the end. It's September 16th through 18th.
They got Jack Harlow.
So two on there, Domo, just looking at it fast. There's a lot on there. So just two quick ones.
Okay,
I already got mine right off the rip.
Hold on.
You got one? You got two, Irish?
Okay.
If you can, just
I'm scrolling through. I'm semi-illiterate.
Hey, I'm gonna say one right off the rip. Mark Brulette.
Oh, Shaggy. Yep. Straight off the bat, Shaggy, 100%.
Shaggy, and then
it wasn't me.
Yeah, and
it
then
wasn't me.
I actually haven't seen Rehab, the DJ, in a long time. I think he'll be pretty dope. Big Boy, Outkast.
I know this is kind of weird, but I'm going to say, this is really hard. I do want to see Jack Harlow. I mean, they say that he's a industry plant, but I want to check him out. I've been grooving to his music. Maybe it's industry plant, but man, the second one, this is really hard.
What's crazy is just from being here in Vegas, I look at Calvin Harris and I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to see that guy again.
Yeah.
but he's obviously massive. But I'm just like, Jesus Christ, he's every week.
I've been seeing him since 2008.
Irish, are you a Mark Brulette fan?
No.
Whatever. Yeah.
I'm looking at some of these names. I'm like, no offense, I'm from Australia. I don't want to offend him.
Yeah. No, we haven't seen him. He's a funny act. I don't even want to put him in the music category.
I've seen Gorillaz already. I've seen Migos.
Well, just so you know, I'll shorten it up for you, Domo. I noticed that Mark Brulette is on Saturday night. Calvin Harris is Sunday.
Alice in Wonderland. I know I've seen her so many times at EDC and stuff, but she's a pretty dope ass fucking DJ.
I see. We keep skipping over. I mean, it kind of got lost in the sauce, but there's Migos. You know, didn't they split up? Or they
I know.
Yeah,
oh, that's
Migos.
right.
They got lost.
Shit.
But you know who else got lost?
Oh, you want to
Lord.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Hey, is
it's
Lord?
been-
Hey, is that the girl?
The girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Kiwi, isn't she?
But
She's from my area.
yeah, that's like a long.
What is that? The Royals or
I
the song she did?
still dig that
What
song.
was that
but-
song Lord did? You could be
something
Royals, yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Let's
There goes
not.
my-
Yeah. So
But I will say, Bob Moses, that's like a duo. I saw them at Day Trip in Cali for the Long Beach show, and they were pretty fucking good. So I'm sure they're gonna be dope.
Yeah. Life is Beautiful is fun. I mean, it kind of reminds me of it's
Jungle's always a
kind of
good
like a
show.
locals festival.
Yeah.
If you're here, most people only go on Sunday. That's why I checked out Sunday. I saw Big Boy and Calvin Harris is on Sunday. But again, I wouldn't say that I'm a massive Mark Rubillet fan or whatever, but I definitely want to see that dude, and he's on Saturday just to kind of see what the hype's all about.
Wait a minute! Oh my God! I gotta hit him up! Oh my God!
So I think Domo was speaking with him back.
Oh my God!
He's the crazy guy.
Know.
They said, I don't know if this story is true, but they said when
shit.
COVID shut down, he was like a businessman, so he started doing he knew about beats and this and that, and he just started singing and doing a bunch of like crazy ass shit.
Yeah, right.
And just blew the fuck up. And now he's touring the world, and his act is just crazy. But I think he's going to be really big on that. And then we can kind of transition over to there's just a few things from Vegas news, Hugh. If you can bring up one of those.
So if I was locking in, I would have to say, locking it down, Jack Harlow and Shaggy, definitely.
Yeah, Shaggy's
Harlow, right?
Yeah.
I've been feeling his shit for a minute.
I've been hearing his shit, but I didn't know it was him. Now that I know it's him,
wow.
I mean, people, I'll be like, who is this?
He's
Jack Harlow.
from Oklahoma, right? Or
So this was kind of crazy. They said a tornado touched down near Mesquite.
I saw that when
we
were out in
Mesquite is about, what is that? Is that an hour, Hugh?
Yeah, can I get a Australian Geographic?
It's about an hour outside of Vegas. So I'm like, what the fuck? Are you sure that was a tornado and not just I don't know what else it would be, but that's kind of crazy.
What do you think it is?
I mean, if it was confirmed that it was
like
a tornado.
the government, they're planning something.
Hey, have you
They're
cooking
up the pots?
the thing that we're known for here in Vegas on a I guess you'd call it bad weather is wind. So I mean, if anybody saw the tornado that happened at the fucking Luxor, that looked like a fucking.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That looked like a tornado. So I don't know. I mean, I hope that's not like the real deal tornadoes that you see.
That's pretty scary.
So I was when I grew up, or where I was born was in San Antonio, and the reason we left was because of tornadoes.
Oh, they had those in Texas?
Oh, yeah.
No, that's what I don't understand. Like here in America, if you live along the coast, you're in Miami, stuff like that, or you're in towns like Oklahoma and stuff. I'm like, this shit hits every fucking year. You get the what is it called? What are they called? The
Twister.
I want to say like a tsunami, not a tsunami, but what happens?
A major weather event, like
a weather event that will hit Florida, flooding. Hurricane.
So
I'm just like, why the fuck? I mean, they come they don't come often, but they come. Yep. So it's like in your lifetime, you got to know that, hey, at any point, my whole house and everything in it could be gone. Why the fuck would you want to live there?
Well,
that's the.
I don't know if you've seen the news in Australia, but we had 3 historical floods in 3 months. So we had in February, March, January.
What part of Australia?
So I'm from Western Sydney. So I'm from the area. It's literally, we call it from the area, Western Sydney, the rough part. Ty Tuivasa from the UFC. Like I grew up with him, and
love that guy.
Yeah, his uncle Rick. Like I love Rick, and we grew up together. Ty. The last time I seen Ty, he was giving my son a piggyback. He was only 4 years old, and he knocked his head through the door and gave him a concussion at one of the kids' birthday parties. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, Ty's a legend.
Yeah, and that's the guy, Domo, that he drank the beer out of his shoe and wanted Dana White to do it. And
okay.
Dana White's like, I'm not doing it out of my shoe, but I think he made something. I think he kind of made a little device.
Yeah, so he made the Shoey Vasa. It's another page back from the area. They've got like a whole shoey thing because you guys aren't like, I don't know, you see my shoey. I drank shoey out of it. By the way, the story with my shoey, before we go into that, is that was a stranger's shoe. That guy just flew down.
What?
He was from, okay, so
you did a shoey
during COVID?
Yeah.
All right, so do you want the full disgusting version of it?
Monkeypox?
All right.
Okay.
I'm immune to that. So this is why I'm trying to. This is why I'm trying. This Australian, you need to take some of my blood because we're bred different. So this guy flew down. His name was Douglas Walker from Visit Leisure Town. That's Rob Dyrdek and Diplo. They've just launched a cannabis drink.
Oh.
Yeah.
You said Rob Dyrdek?
Yeah.
Rob Dyrdek Ridiculousness.
And Diplo?
And Diplo are launching a drink. I can't announce the third
wow.
partner. They were in the studio with me at Hayes Radio.
What kind of drink?
It's called Visit Leisure. Like
a weed drink?
Yeah, it's cannabis infused drink. Beautiful retro cup.
Does it get you high?
I was from the shoe. I was fucked up. So he flew down and they go, we're gonna do one. We're gonna shot it, and then Douglas looks over at me and goes, "Fuck it, let's do a shoey." I'm like, "Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm the chaos maker." So I grab my shoes off. I'm wearing my nice green Asics, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not messing these up. These are too good.
Yeah.
I look down at Douglas's shoes, and I just met this guy. He flew in from Sacramento barefoot, like no socks on, just the dirty old Vans. I looked down. I went, "Yeah, bro, hand me your shoe." And he handed me his shoe. It was filthy. It was 2 years old. He's like, "My wife just pulled this out."
I was actually wondering what you poured in there because I noticed it was just like a random can.
Yeah,
like that.
And then literally, I looked at the shoe. The sole was filthy. It was brown. It was black. It was disgusting. And I poured it in there. You know, and because if you're gonna do a shoe, if you're Australian, mate, if you're like me, and I want to die young and go out hard, I'm going all in. So I'm swirling that round to get the foot juices going. I want to taste this man's foot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
I pour it back. As I pour it back, I see a mud puddle come back, like a little bit of dirt puddle. So the best thing at this fucking point for me to do was
the best thing is you actually cleaned his shoe for him.
I spat in it. I went.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw that too.
Just to cover that dirt patch, and then down it goes, and there's the chaos maker in town.
Oh my god, that is.
So
for the gram.
So straight for the gram for everyone. So straight up, Vans. You owe me a pair of shoes. Rob Dyrdek, you need to have him on Ridiculousness because that was the most ridiculous thing I ever did. And yeah, that was cool.
Man,
dude, that's amazing.
That's as crazy as I don't know if you guys. Another thing in Vegas news, Bally's is actually switching over. It is no longer Bally's. It's going to be called the Horseshoe now, which is
what?
Well, you know what? I've got an idea. I don't know if you're game. How game are you?
I'm game.
Oh my god!
Give me your shoe.
No.
Hey, I got my brand new ones on. I can't.
Who's got a shoe? I'll do it out of mine.
Can't do it out of mine.
I'll do one right here.
I would have to make my bitch give me a new one.
You are not doing them out of them. They're too good.
That's what I got. I got the same caliber.
At the end of this show, I'm going to do a shoey out of my own shoe for you. How about that?
We'll do it.
Hey,
we'll do it.
You
got a shoe? Wow.
Hey, so what was
Joe Rogan said? He's not doing it.
What was the other thing that I had? I can't even think. But there was another thing in Vegas news that surprised me. Yes. Okay, bring that bullshit up. So anybody who's here knows, that bar that's at Planet Hollywood that it looks like nobody's ever in?
Yeah.
So they're saying that it's out after 12 years, which it's just kind of one of those bars that people just drift in. So that wasn't the part that surprised me. I actually read down a little further, and it said that in a statement, PBR Rock Bar alleges that the landlord determined that the Country American brand is not a fit for them at this time, meaning that the mall actually put them out.
Oh.
So it's not that they were leaving because they wanted to. They're leaving because basically what me and Hugh were talking about is they probably got a bigger offer from a bigger corporation. Their contract was probably up. But
oh, okay.
Fuck that bar, though. Nobody went there anyway. So that's all I have for Vegas news. So we're going to now switch over to this crazy guy from Australia. And one thing I'll tell you, I've been out here in Vegas since 2005. You got the Asians. They come into a nightclub. They drink whatever the fuck it is they drink. I don't even know what it's called. The dark alcohol.
The sake.
What is that?
Almost
called?
like a JR or something.
No, it's like a
it's fucking what all Asians drink.
Yeah.
They come in.
Or something
They
like
come
that.
in. They down it. They'll get 4 or 5 bottles. It's gone. Asian people everywhere like they're fucking dead.
Kettle One vodka.
But one thing I will tell you is, after living here since 2005, I can honestly say that the Australians fucking kill it.
Thank you.
And can I ask, like, why is every Australian that I meet, guy, girl,
why do they want?
They turn the fuck up?
Because you know what? We're not fucking meant to be here, right? Straight off the bat. That's see how the energy comes straight in. Because I got us Australians, right? I'll give you the best way. We are the most unevolved third world country in the world. We see that right where that pin drop is, right? That's about. It's still flooded from March. It's terrible. But I live about a few sand dots left of that dot in Western Sydney from the area of Penrith. Shout out Mount Druitt. Shout out Tide to Avasa. Shout out my brother Red Honcho. You know we're from the area in Vegas.
They consider Australia a third world country?
Well, I consider it a third world country.
Okay. I'm like,
we've been historically flooded for the worst. We had the worst floods.
I actually saw something on the news about that, and it didn't dawn on me that it was Australia, but it looked pretty bad.
Yeah, man. And the reason why we are like we are is because we've got this thing that we're uneducated. Our education system sucks. We use I don't want to say the C word in here because I keep offending everyone. Can I say it?
Is that cunt?
Yeah, can I say it?
Yeah.
See, I'm actually assimilating to your country, which I'm not comfortable with. All right, so all these cunts over here are too soft, right? We're a bunch of sick cunts from Australia. I drink out of dirty shoes. We do dumb shit. Like, we're wild,
hey,
right?
You guys do a lot of cocaine.
Yeah, the booger sugar back home. The boy,
booger sugar.
Yeah,
yes.
the old booger sugar, man. The bags are flying all the time. I don't do any of that stuff because my anxiety's through the roof. But mate, they love to get it down, and that's it. We love to cause chaos. We love to turn it up. We're here. We're not here for a good time. We're here to fuck shit up. It's a takeover. Yeah.
You know what's crazy too is, I mean, it's like what you said. Everybody that I've partied with from Australia, they keep the same energy the entire time.
100.
So they don't have that time where they drop and go into like a shit mode. They always are on fire nonstop.
No, if we're in a shit mode, we're back in our house, like crying and masturbating at the same time, trying to figure out what's wrong with our life. You know what I mean? But when we're out, it's hardcore, mate. We're full on. Like now, like I'm out here in Vegas. I haven't stopped working. Everyone said, have you been to the club yet? I'm not interested. I'm out here grinding. Like I'm here to turn it up and burn some buildings down. Whatever you need. Let's go rob some cars. Let's do something.
Yeah. Come on.
So,
look at this guy. Why is the black people always late? What's up?
Nigger time, man. What's going on?
We call that Arabic time back home.
Oh, and
yeah. Where you from?
Australia, my man.
Australia.
Nice to meet you.
Sound like you was from Detroit.
So this is Irish Wick. He's from Medicated TV.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I was just telling him what I'm doing here. I'm Australia's first ever
I just told him, thank you guys for doing so much cocaine when you guys come over here.
Yeah, great. I love it. Bring it. Keep bringing it, bro. We need it.
No, they don't bring it. We get it.
Supply it.
Oh, well, okay.
Not for me, but for my boys. I know, mate. They love the booger sugar.
I want those boner bears. I'm gonna just let you know right now. I want those.
Straight off the bat,
I need those.
You will crack them over. Listen, I don't know how.
Hey, I really like the packaging.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even notice that. That's the first thing I noticed when he set it down, and I was like,
should I go into a little promo mode about what I do now and explain what that comes from?
So you got a whole bunch of stuff over here in front of you.
So basically,
give us the breakdown.
All right. So I'll give you the non-sales side of the Australian market. All right. So I'm the first ever legal medicinal cannabis patient from Australia. I'm the first guy to get buds from the pharmacy legally.
Wow.
Mental patient. I was on Oxycontin, Valium, Xanax, all kinds of things. I was 350 pounds. Got down to weight.
So you gained weight from taking Oxycontin?
I went from skinny. I'll quickly bring up a photo.
What did it make you do? Did it just make you eat?
It just makes you a zombified piece of shit, and that's what pharmacy does. And I walked in with a duffel bag full of Oxycontin and Valium, Xanax, and I said to him, you know what? I'm done with this shit. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die. I'm 350 pounds. I can't even see my dick anymore. You know what I mean? My gut's too big. So, this has got to change. And then the doctor just said, well, I don't think you're going to take no for an answer. And I said, no, I'm fucking not. Not at all. And then literally dumped it all on the table. I said, let's go.
So after you stopped taking these pills, you actually lost weight?
Weight came down. Everything came down. Here's a photo.
I need to get off the fucking Xanax or
I'll
something.
show you.
Man.
I
need one. I'm getting a tattoo. I need a Xanax. That's the only way I can get a tattoo.
And
really?
If I'm hot. It wouldn't seem that way, but yeah.
That was me in...
God, look at you! You look like the security.
You look like Cheddar Bob.
And that's what I said. The pain? Spanky?
Huh?
Yeah.
Can handle the pain?
I mean,
Come on,
look
bro.
at me.
You're from
I
Detroit,
mean, come
bro.
on now.
Look
yeah,
at me.
You're tatted up.
Yeah, come
bro.
on. I got tats on my
Yeah,
hand.
Yeah.
It just hurt, sometimes.
What?
Every now and then.
Hey, you know what they say?
This is
And I
like.
don't
The
know.
tattoos
'cause
don't lie. That's why I have to get.
I think we're somewhat in the same
It is,
age
the
range, but
tattoo.
people say as you
That
get
is
older,
It hurts
crazy.
more.
it hurts more.
Yeah.
And
It what?
It hurts more as you get
As
older.
you get older, yeah.
with tattoos.
Yeah.
And I'm older, so
So I'm
it hurts.
40. I'm 40,
Yeah.
so
So I better
I'm
get
above
it in
42.
now.
you better get it in now.
Hey, they make good numbing cream these days. You're all right. You can
You're
just
right.
get in there.
You're right about that.
Yeah, you
Right
know
about
what? That's another thing. So that's like almost saying like when we go into this other stuff now, does it work? The numbing cream thing, I don't know. I've heard a
It
lot
worked
of
for,
stories.
on this right here, but I think it was more of a mind fuck because I knew it was on there.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. It's almost like saying, "Oh, here you got CBD,"
Well-
but it's
If you got a good pharmacy, mate, my brother, shout out Adam Kennedy from Kingswood Compound Pharmacy back home. He makes numbing cream for all the boys for our tattoos, and we get it. You can only use it in small doses, otherwise you'll have a heart attack. It's that strong.
Wow.
Yeah, so you do it in small patches, and yeah, it works. All the boys
Wow.
back in Australia, we love Ink. We're pretty much in. I've got like 3 sessions booked.
I just
That's
feel
crazy.
like once you get going, it
Yeah.
just automatically numbs, anyways.
Yeah.
But
After 10
still
minutes, it don't
fucking-
hurt no more.
Yeah,
Yeah, you-
and you
But
know
that
what?
first 10 minutes, though, Jesus.
You know what though? wearing
first initial.
wearing headphones with music, it fucking helps too a lot
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
to just not hear that fucking.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I just
what-
sit there and just scream profusely.
So let's starting with these boner bears.
Yeah.
How
So-
did you come
Which
up
I'll
with
be
that?
taking.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a review.
Hey, Spank, I can't wait for you to take it, man. I've
Yeah.
been pumping them. I've been taking them. Now I'm I've got 3 legs. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, for real.
That's a snake oil sales pitch right there. But no, I
So you said you say the white label, the
Uh-huh.
packaging.
yeah. So as the
Okay.
first patient, when I came out with my story, I got signed to Tommy Chong of Cheech and Chong. I manage. I'm the Australian and New Zealand brand manager for Tommy Chong.
Okay.
I'm out here upgrading my contract at Cheech and Chong. Can't wait to see you, David and everyone. So then when I got into that, obviously I started my show Medicated TV. From there, as Australia's first patient, I became an advocate, did public speaking.
So did you get a lot of friends when you became the first patient?
Actually, you know what? I got a lot of haters, to be honest. Because the plugs, I started putting the plugs out of business because the medicinal cannabis was available, and that just so you know, already if you're ready to fall over right now, do you know how much a Cali pack? We call them Cali packs. So you know your 8th bags,
Yes.
Yeah.
Spanky, you've got your own line, right?
Yeah.
I was in Planet 13 yesterday. I've got videos of it in my phone,
That's crazy.
bro. I bought some of your stuff.
That's great.
Yep, 65 and 8th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
So there you go.
You know about it.
I know,
Hey.
bro. I got a receipt for it in
Hey.
my phone.
How come you
Jesus.
didn't bring us none? You
Yeah,
piece of
what
shit.
the-
I'm sorry.
Why-
You know what?
why-
You don't even know where I just came from. That's another story.
And for the record, you're actually super famous in Australia. I got to tell all these guys constantly about
really?
how there's
Wow.
so much going on. I'll explain more. Like Squints and all these other guys. I have to
Yeah.
keep telling them, you guys, we're back behind. But anyway, so I got these products out, and I started with Tommy Chong, and then I partnered up with. I met Clubhouse. You remember Clubhouse?
Yes.
God damn, everybody.
Okay,
You
so
on Clubhouse?
yes.
Yeah, I don't fuck
So
with it too
that's-
much,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm on it.
Back in the day,
damn,
so
everybody
that's
was on that
how
shit.
I also met him.
The OG.
From Clubhouse.
Jesus Christ, she's mad at everybody she brings in here.
Yeah.
Clubhouse.
The
Clubhouse.
OG. The OGs from Clubhouse.
Is
when it was-
Clubhouse still popping? Is people?
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I think so.
I haven't been.
Have
on
you been
there.
on there?
I haven't been on there in a while.
Since I've been on here, I've been back on there. It's okay. It's all right. It's not as good at work.
I feel like everybody came on there, got their plugs, got their connects, and then they
Yeah.
bounced.
So many people
Sorta.
got scammed, ripped off, and found it the hard
Yes,
way.
yes.
I was lucky. I don't get, because I don't give a shit. I'll just walk away from something. But I partnered up
I
with.
had a weirdo incident with the photographer, so then I was like, "All right, that's it."
Yeah.
It was like, show me your tits.
Yeah.
No, actually, he wanted to come out. He came out here, and then he
Oh yeah. I
sent
remember
this product, and then he, because I'm in the adult industry, so he thought he was gonna be a participant in my
Oh.
content, and
Oh.
I stopped that, and then he was an idiot because he mailed this product to
Oh my
house.
god, I remember all this.
And then
bullshit
I was
around
like,
that.
"Go fuck yourself," and he wanted to come to pick up this product, and I'm like, "Fuck you! Like,
Right,
you're
you
a
already
fucking
sent it.
idiot.
Yeah,
You're
you
a
sent
fucking
it.
idiot."
Yeah, no, actually, how that all ended, I had to this dude was like at the fucking Rio, and I had to fucking drive this box of his bullshit that he mailed and give it to him.
Wow.
Like, you really had to get that. You're going to go out of business without your
One box.
But it was super weird.
Yeah.
So continue with these things.
So basically, after all that notoriety, and I started being, I'm from Western Sydney, from Australia. I grew up with all my mates are Samoans. The Australian Booyah tribe. I manage all rappers out home, and it just all started from there. Taitu Avasa, the UFC fighter. Like I grew up with his uncle Rick.
Okay.
We're all family. We're all from the area.
He needs to fight again soon.
He's fighting Cyril Gain.
Whitaker?
No. Tayavasa.
He's
He's
got
a heavyweight. He's got who?
He's got the fighting for Cyril Gain in France.
Ooh,
in 2 weeks.
Damn, that's a good one.
Yeah, he's training.
He's a guy. You look at him and he's not all ripped. He's kind of a chubby or whatever, and he's just fucking people up.
There's a thing that's that from the area. You'll see if he goes like this. He's got FTA tattooed across his lips. That's from the area. If you're from Western Sydney is like the Compton of Sydney. Like it's.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like it's where the Samoan, the bad boys, hang out, and that's the area. So when you're from there, you don't have to be built right. You can bang.
That's why it's crazy because like one thing you notice in UFC, I always say it, Chuck Liddell, Daniel Cormier, your body type's your body type. I'm like, if you don't think Daniel Cormier is training just like all these guys that are ripped, you're wrong.
Yep.
It's his body type. It's just the way he is.
We go out there. See, Ty's been out there. I've seen him. He played football, rugby league for the Roosters, and he's taken head knocks. But we don't have guns and stuff like that. So he's been hit with clubs. We've been hit with everything.
That's
you can
right.
imagine.
Australia doesn't have guns.
Yeah, they don't have. Yeah, they don't.
No guns.
These are our guns. Like we have to fight. And where you're from, I'm not a fighter. I'm not like that. But I've been in.
You're the boner pill guy.
Yeah. So anyway, I better get back to the boner pills. We're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Ty, you owe me
Where
some
did
money.
the boner
I'm sick
bears
of
come in?
promoting the boner bears. So anyway, after Clubhouse, I partnered up with CBD headquarters in New Jersey. We're based out of Eatontown, and Mike Cozy is the operator and owner. We have Mike owns all the factories in Florida. We make all our own products. It's all made here. I partnered up with him. He was looking to extend the brand beyond. Like we've got, like a company like Fuel Better. These are our stock standard shelf brands. And I said to him, bro, like, where are the celebrities? Like, why aren't we doing some fucking cool ass celebrity products? I'm not a snake oil salesman. I'm not a liar. I say this to everyone. I'm not a salesman. I'm an honest man, right? I'm going to come in. I'm going to sell you basically what you need to buy to increase your business. I'm a marketer. Right, I've got all the brands behind me and the people behind me, Tommy Chong, etc., etc.
That feels good.
Cool.
That feels good to be a store owner and to know that you're actually for them and not just for yourself trying to.
I can't believe people's business method behind going behind and saying, "Come in, take this HHC. You're going to be so stoned, man. You're going to be sitting 12 hours. Bro, I'm never going to see you again, and you're going to call me the biggest dickhead on the planet." Yeah. I'd rather say to you, bro, you're paying half the price, you're getting half the high, and you're not going to green out. You're not going to get sick from it. All those people that get paranoid. We're going to cut all that shit out. Start here, and then go buy some buds later. Go figure it out. You know what I mean? That's our entry point. We make these products. I drop these products. That's how I started. And then I came out as the first patient. I wanted to do something really impactful. Obviously, I started with Tommy Chong. I'll get into what I'm doing with them next. But Mitch Ostermenis is one of our Australia's biggest rappers. I'm very close with all the boys back home.
I checked him out on Instagram.
Yeah.
His latest song, Harvey Dent.
Drill music.
Yeah, drillers. So you like the Batmobile, right?
The Batmobile.
I'd love to show you that. So Mitch Os has dropped a line. I went into partnership with him. At CBD headquarters, we come out with new stuff all the time. This is a new vape.
So this line, this is all Delta 8?
Yeah, so we've got, not all Delta 8, we've got a bunch of things. So we've got nerd ropes here. This is THCO. Okay. We muck around with the compounds because, as you'd understand, with the way the cannabis market is here, it's state by state. So I can't go white label a product. Say if I go get an actual cannabis brand for Mitchos in California, I can only sell it in California. And then if I can't bring it across to Nevada to you guys and say, here, put in your stores. I then have to get a distribution partner. Then I have to go to Oklahoma, so forth. So
same thing. Detroit, same thing.
That's why your market, that's why your industry and your economy's fucked, because you don't have the way to spread it. What's happening now, the burners of the world, instead they're doing exactly what I'm doing, and this is the future. Onyx and I are like the bestest of friends, and I love her to death, and we talk about business ideas, and we see she's like I call the word seminal. It's we impact future developments. We see what comes on before it happening. We're talking about some concepts ourselves.
I feel like we do that on cocaine sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I see the future with cocaine.
When you see the future on cocaine, as long as you follow through with it and you keep that trajectory, you can actually, it's like manifestation. You make it happen.
There you go.
We do this stuff.
So say that again. So back up. So you were saying to get it to transfer from California to here, what can't you put on there?
So if you were doing cannabis,
Yes.
and I went, say this company, like for example, Doc Ray, you know Doc?
Yes.
So Doc Ray Genetics up in Humboldt, I'm going to go up to the farm. Doc and me are going to talk about doing some white labeling.
Yeah, he was on the show.
Yes,
Yeah.
So if I go into Doc and I say, hey, I want it, Doc, Spanky wants a new, he's got to get this new Black Apple Kush. It's the fire you can get. We've got to put it in Spanky's name. We're going to rebrand it. We're going to rename it, rebrand it, white label it. It's Spanky's, right? I can only sell that in California. So I can't then go, all right, Spanky, you want to go put it in an Oklahoma dispensary? We can't do that. It's federally illegal.
How do you get around that?
That's when you start bringing distribution partners. And then you have to get a distribution partner in Oklahoma who's willing to still white label your product. Then you have to buy in bulk, and then you're carrying all the actual money for it. So that's where the market's going backwards because no one's doing that anymore. All the farms are growing. The Spankies of the world, the Burners of the world, the Cheech and Chongs of the world, they're all going to the farms and buying cannabis at 30 cents on the dollar.
Right.
I mean, 30 cents on the gram.
Right.
And then they're rebranding it. And then Burner can open up 15 more stores. And this is what you're seeing. You're seeing Burner open up a bunch of more stores because he hasn't got the farm and the operations anymore. He's buying the cannabis on the dollar. So he can now invest the money into the marketing. And that's exactly what I do. If I was to sit here and got into the cannabis game, I could, flex and say, oh, I got cannabis, but I'm not going to do that because what I'm saying to you is we're getting into the game of delta rates, CBD, where I can ship it across 50 states.
Yeah.
Where I don't have this distribution problem with cannabis.
Why in Vegas, like at Champs, why was the big no to say Delta 8?
It's the last one of the 2 or 3 states that still haven't approved it, or the FDA's banned it. So
Nevada's one of the last few?
Nevada's one of the last few, which is silly. It doesn't make sense because it's a hemp-derived plant and you're not going to green out from it.
Well, I think they were cool. Like, I think they knew people had it there, but I think they, just were like, as long as you're not advertising it.
Yeah.
People don't see it.
And stay in the back. They put all those guys kind of in the back.
Yep, and that's the problem is that you put the delta rates to the back because one, the cannabis industry doesn't respect it, and that's fine. Like I'm an honest, like I said, I'm an honest man, not a salesman. I'm not trying to sell you to get high. I'm not trying to sell you Spanky's cannabis and say it's got 33% THC because that's a fucking lie, and that's what's the problem with the economy. How about
you want to know something crazy that we just ran into? So we were out in Detroit, and again, I'm not a cannabis person, but I had a really good friend of mine, an investment banker. Some of my boys did a cultivation in Michigan.
Yep.
He's invested in everybody basically in the cannabis industry, and he had told me, he said, your boys shit is the best I've ever seen.
Wow.
Hands down, period. So when we were actually at a cannabis shop, white boy Rick had a strand. And it was crazy because
you had to tell him who a white boy Rick is.
Yeah, you have to tell me.
Oh, White Boy Rick was they got a movie.
You remember the
out.
movie White Boy Rick? It's a movie.
Boy Rick, he got 33. He got caught with 17 keys. But the government he was an informant turned dealer. Ended up.
You have to educate me.
Yeah,
this is my Australian water across the pond.
So I mean, it's just like saying, I mean, he's a household name, just like. How
the freeway is he the freeway Rick Ross?
No, but like that.
Different.
He was basically they made him an informant at 14 years old, and then they, as an informant, he had to learn to sell. So then he was selling and whatever. Wow. So anyways, he kind of got railroaded. I think it was either 32 or 33 years in prison. He just got out. He's got a movie on him. So I saw his. So it's no different than me.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
It's no different than me seeing. So if I went in and it said Spanky Hayes. So we walked in the thing and I picked it up and I was like, oh shit! It was White Boy Rick and he had. It was called Eighth. So it was 2 handcuffs to make the 8. And so the first thing I say, just like anything, I'm like, okay, so this is Spanky Hayes. Just because his name on it, is this bullshit weed inside here?
Yep.
Because generally that's what celebrities do.
That's exactly
and the guy at the store, White Boy Rick. So so see how he's got the handcuffs for the 8th? I thought that was hella dope that he did that.
Was he locked up a long time?
Yeah.
Oh,
was he
32 years?
Okay, I have to do a little bit of like backtracking here because I'm very close with the 40 Tons brand. Anthony from 40 Tons and Corvain Cooper that was released from life in prison. So was he a part of the last Prisoner Project or anything like this? Was he released or did he just come out naturally?
No, I mean, I know for many years, Kid Rock and a lot of people from Vegas were trying to get him out because you're like, yo, you kill somebody, you're out in 10 years. Why is this guy on a drug charge? 2 years. But no, he came out. But the guy at the store told me, I said, is this going to be some bullshit in here? And he's like, yeah.
Yep.
You know, just kind of went with it. And I was like, I know, I heard, because I think Willie Nelson had a brand out here, Garbage.
Yeah, Garbage.
And I'm like, what, you know, do these guys not want to smoke their own shit? So come to find out, even though the store said that, we ended up meeting up at a strip club that night. And come to find out, my boys were the one who sold him the weed for his shit. So it was absolute fuck. I mean, again, I don't smoke weed, but it's absolute fire. So I'm like, hey, you guys need to go educate these stores that it's not bullshit in there.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't share the secret sauce.
There's a very few limited, like I get to being on Hayes TV and on TV and being Australian first, you know, the first ever patient.
Real quick, would you do that?
What?
Would you put your name on some bullshit ass weed just to make more money?
No.
Never.
Okay.
Because you're only going to do that one time.
But you could.
Once you do it once, it's over.
Do you like the idea of going to farms, finding the best fire you can find?
I love to go to Modesto. That's kind of by Humboldt.
Yep.
Right in that area, and they have the best.
You're afraid someone's gonna kidnap you in Humboldt.
No, hell no.
Don't worry, Spanky. Take me with you, bro. No one's kidnapped. They can kidnap me. I'm happy to go. I'll do anything for free food. If they got free grapes or free grapes, you're safe.
They do. Yeah. They cook organic meals.
They can lock me up and feed me, just lock me away like a prisoner, and you can go do your thing. No drama.
Yeah.
There you go.
Best security ever.
I'm glad you. Thank you.
So it is important because I'm like, how did they fuck up the Willie Nelson? I mean, he should be the guy.
He should be the guy.
It's the marketing.
He should be the new Jack Herrera.
Right.
Exactly. He should be the new Jack Herrera.
Was Mike Tyson's a little bit funny at first? I don't know if he fixed it.
I just got some of his cones, some of his weed cones.
The Futurola cones.
Are you talking about the ranch? Are you talking about like Tyson's? So that's another. See, that's another industry that's because he obviously started in CBD as well, and that's why I watched that platform. It's such a hard industry because with Tyson in particular, everyone can go get just about any man and his dog can go get a distribution license to distribute his product.
Wow.
So now again, this is my opinion from Australia, so everyone can go tell me to get fucked. But I think that I like exclusiveness. That's me. Like if you want to, for me, like I said, if I'm doing Mitch Oster product, if I'm doing Mitch Oster Menace brand today, it's exclusive. Once it's gone, you're not getting it again. I might dump all
this
these
guy, what's his
Mitch Oster Menace. Yep.
So he's already blown up in Australia.
Yeah. So he's probably I'd like to say he's probably the top 2-3 rappers in the country. He's obviously Blue Tick verified. He's hit all the ARIA charts.
Even here in America?
Not yet. He's just about to launch drill music. So until you guys sort of got Pop Smoke, you didn't really understand.
That was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
That
was a friend of mine.
Listen, Pop Smoke's like my number one favorite thing. I listen to it
telling you
all the time. In Australia, it's like he's God.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Pop.
Rest in peace.
Love you.
That was my man.
Fuck. I'm devastated to know that I didn't get to hear Pop Smoke's music until he passed, and that unfortunately that's the way this shit goes sometimes.
Right.
But now I can't stop, and I'd do anything to have him back, man. That's for real. But so Mitch Oss established himself. He's a drill rapper. He's just a legendary guy. He's just like me. He's a menace. I'm a hooligan.
So the good thing is if he does blow up, your product's just gonna go up.
Well, that's the thing. So what we did was the way I whole marketed this is even when and this is what again, Spanky. I don't know how you with your packaging, but see these QR codes.
Yeah.
So I'm all about marketing and supplementary income, right? Now, if you have merch and you're a rapper and you want to sell that, you got to diversify your business, right? And I look at Snoop Dogg. I'm managing Tommy Chong and Cheech and Chong. I get to see how things work, so I know how to do certain things. You know what I mean? Like market it in a certain way. I made this QR code. If you scan this right now, it goes to Mitchell's website. So then you can go buy merch and everything else as well.
Boom.
Now I've still got my COAs and everything. You can also
so somebody looking at this, they might look at that and think that it's going to take them to where they can buy more, but then it's going to hit his merch.
It's going to hit So if they want to order it from online, I'm making it exclusive. I'm putting it in one store. I'm only putting it in one store, and you're only going to get it from one spot. And if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. And on top of that. See straight away, goes to his website.
That's crazy.
Now, that's the product. We separate the product from the business. They go there, now they're on his merch site. Now they're pre-ordering his music. So since we've done this product drop, I've done you're actually the first.
And that's genius because somebody could really like this, and they're like, "Oh, let's go see what other kinds of this they got," and then
buy.
100%. So
you're forced.
I won't give away too many industry secrets, but let's just say we've already sold 100 of these nerd ropes. Okay. And sorry, Mitchos, I'm giving up a bit of your financial secrets.
What's up with the lady merch? Can we get some tank tops?
We have that coming. Shorts? If you go to his site, he's got literally booty shorts, tank tops, and bucket hats coming. It's coming.
Okay, coming.
He's got a cool thing. So from the 100 nerd ropes that we've already pre-sold on this on a quiet drop, he also sold about $3,000 in merch on top of that, and he had his new song pre-ordered. It's been pre-ordered over 1,000 times already, and it was only 2 days ago. So
that's awesome.
If that doesn't prove to you that it's more than just putting novelty products, that still get you high and good, but actually helping the artist, Spanky, like if I said to you, bro, you got here, then you're gonna go there to your secondary income. You go from your website, they sign up to your mailer. Do you understand? Like now we're building a database, bro. Now that's the secret, and that's as Irish coming here from Australia. That's how I plan on rebooting your economy. I'm going to do it exclusively. Mitchell's product stays in one store. I don't give a fuck if they don't want to buy it. Don't buy it.
Is
this is my boy, the Batmobile. That's his latest song called Harvey Dent. I don't know if you want to play it. It's
we can't
get copyrighted.
No, we can't. Yeah, we can't play it. We just don't have the cord that Hugh needs.
We'll show you.
Hey, by the way, real quick, nice haircut, Hugh.
Yeah.
I know people didn't notice he shaved his beard.
His haircut.
Got his hair off, so nice hairdo.
That's why he got the fancy shirt on, because he got a new hair.
And
he feels like a new person.
Swagging.
And he just graduated UNLV.
Congratulations, my man.
All right, bro.
Bachelor of Science.
So then outside of all this stuff, bro, basically I'm doing one other deal that I'm working on, which is pretty cool, which is I've been silently waiting, and I'm glad I can announce it here to you guys. You're actually going to be the first Onyx, because I love you to death, and you've been a rock star. I've got to give mad shout outs. Onyx has helped me through. Like, as a patient, I always say this to people as well. Outside of being gangsters and tough guys, we're all like, I'm a patient, right? I'm the first patient. So I'm sure I was talking to you about anxiety and mental health.
Yes.
Sure.
I struggle like any other man, woman, child, animal. Onyx has been a rock star to me since I've been out of America. I came out here on my own back to make this on my own. I don't give a fuck. I'm a risk taker, chaos maker, and if it wasn't for her, I probably would have gone home already. So I just wanted to jump in and say that.
Where have you been staying?
That's
since
dope.
You've been out
I'm staying with I'm staying at Hayes Radio down with the owner of Hayes Radio in out at California, and but I'm just here and I'm staying at the Hard Rock. So no, the Virgin now it's called.
Yeah, I shot a movie in that place. I was just telling my boy that.
Yeah, just real this is just kind of a funny joke for Spanky.
Mr. Hayes.
Yeah, my boy said I was telling him, I was like, hey man, I was like, the I don't want to say porn adult industry party, AVNs got moved to Resort World. So I'm like, that's cool. Maybe they're gonna pump a lot of money into it, whatever. And my boy looked at me, and we were both high on cocaine. and he goes, do you want to know why they moved it? And I was like, why? And he's like, because you can't have the AVNs at a hotel called Virgin.
Oh shit!
Wow.
That shit had me fucked up for about a week.
I should have guessed that.
That
I
shit
should have
had me.
just guessed that.
They let. I mean,
Boner Bears are good for Virgin casinos. We can
There you go.
get some shit going
Yeah.
on. There.
Boner Bears.
what happened to Richard Branson? Why the fuck? What the fuck's up? That guy seems like he would want to keep that party there, but
Yeah.
Richard,
Again.
he's an eccentric, that man. He's a very, very eccentric.
And the Virgin is a dope hotel too. Like they got dope suites in there. So
Yeah, man.
they should have kept it in there.
well, I can't wait. I heard, I think I'm saying this right, but I heard that the Hard Rock, because I'm like, how the fuck can you have Vegas without the Hard Rock? That was
It's gonna be the Mirage.
the Mirage.
The Mirage.
Got so I'm like, thank God, because I'm like, I love the Hard Rock.
Hard Rock was the shit with all the Tupac stuff and all that.
That annoyed me, because
All
I
of
came in
it.
2013 when it was the Hard Rock, and I
Yes.
walked in. The Tupac suit was straight there. There was a lucky spin wheel, which I won $2,000.
I actually didn't even know that, and that was so when I got here in 05, that was like the only spot, and it had what was it called, Babies, and then it went to Body English. I want to say it was the first hotel doing bottle service.
And then they had the outside pool one.
DJ AM?
The Rehab.
The Rehab. That's what I've been trying to say.
Yeah,
DJ
DJ AM was there, and then
Shout out to AM, man. That's my boy.
Yes.
Andrew Dice Clay was there. I went and watched him there. He was there when I was there.
Oh.
It was like, that was
Dude,
the
the
coolest
Hard
shit.
Rock, like I said, like I don't know what happened, but that was the spot. I mean, that was a staple to me, and my living in Vegas.
I must admit now, it does feel a very hotel-ish. It's not casino-ish.
Feel the same.
Well, you know what they said? So something we learned, we were just in there one day. They actually had told us that, what did they say? The hotel was being run by Hilton. Or the Indian casino.
Yeah.
And then the casino was being run. So it's different.
It's the Hilton now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's fucking dope.
That is dope. They need that guitar back from Con Air.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I just remember so
I actually thought, does that look like there's rooms in there?
I've done so many AVNs there that I just remember so many memories with all the porn stars and the parties, and I don't know, it's just weird.
Absolutely crazy. So they're rebuilding it and they're going to redo it now. So I don't know which one they're taking over. It's going to be cool.
That's fucking beautiful. Yeah, you missed it earlier, and I was talking about Vegas news. Bally's is gone now. That they're calling it the Horseshoe.
Really?
Yeah. So they've already stripped the Bally's off there.
That makes it sound like cheap.
Yeah.
Horseshoe.
This is how this is. You think in Vegas, like Vegas should be innovators.
Right.
These multimillionaires are fucking nuts. Like the people, the Nine Group, they did a remake on the Palms. And then they open what the fuck's that club? The Ghost Bar.
Yeah,
the
Ghost
Ghost
I'm like,
Bar.
you do a $5 million reno, and then you call the failed club the same thing that it fucking was.
I had a theory for Vegas, and I was saying to Andy yesterday. I was saying, I can't believe the infrastructure. How you have one road. I come from civil construction, as I said before, a different world. So I see this one strip, and it feels like everyone's trying to hold on to this economy with your one strip, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you make it a big fucking circle? Right.
Well, then you would feel like
the casinos around on the inside, outside. You can actually just keep going. You don't have to worry. Therefore,
then you would feel like you were in the Hard Rock, because if you notice, the Hard Rock was one big fucking circle.
That's all it was.
But if you had that, I just can't believe
they will.
Yeah,
they have to do something. There's a lot of room for them to keep going down past Mandalay Bay and stuff.
Yep.
But eventually,
are events coming back?
The Dream Hotel from New York. They have one in LA. They're making a Dream Hotel out here, and it's going to be over there by the Mandalay, but next to the Pinball Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, that guy came the fuck up.
That's crazy. I love Vegas. I haven't really had time to celebrate yet because I've been grinding my ass off. But
I saw today that you were at I saw you were at Planet 13.
Yeah, I went to Planet 13.
What other ones did you go to?
I'm gonna take him to Hardin.
Yeah, no,
we're going to Hardin.
Taking me that. Might out for lunch. I'll buy lunch.
Yeah, Hardin is the shit.
I love checking it out. I want to do some obviously I'm just sussing it out while I'm here because obviously I'm doing a lot of business deals.
Yeah.
And the one I really want to close.
They know I was gonna say this one's gonna blow. This is gonna Spanky is gonna fall out of his fucking chair with this one.
I'm this guy that comes through and I always find this cool shit. And every time I show them, they're like,
"You're gonna need this for this weekend too." By the way,
shit, Irish. What did you do? So a sponsor of mine from day one. They're a company called Vice Race, right? And I'm wearing them on my head.
Okay.
Oh,
These sunnies. Shit. They're called hidden in plain sight, and you hide your joints in there.
Whoa.
Okay. And
I knew that was going to get you.
Yeah, they both come off. Just apologies to Vice Race. I broke them coming to the casino. They have a clip, and usually there's a button there. You just press that clip in, and they just go pop straight off like that.
Okay.
And they're called hidden in plain sight. They come in male and females, right? So
you
can take these. I gave
That's
these to.
Fucking unbelievable.
You were talking about the booger sugar before. I gave them to one of my boys. I said, "Oi, boy, just roll up a bag and off you're in." Didn't even get seen. No dog.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right, so they're on Instagram. They're called
you know what we're announce it.
We're going to do Vice Rays, and they're going to send a Vice Rays. There they are. Look, hey, everyone from Vice Rays, I love you. It's your boy Irish, aka Medicated TV. I'm always, grifting for free sunnies. I need 4 more pairs here so we can get these guys medicated and dedicated.
Yes.
Hiding their joints. Spanky Hayes.
And I want those, the ones right there with the pink on it.
So I've got them as well. Now, what I'm doing at the moment is, that's why I brought these in. So I'm making pre-rolled moon blunts that I'm working with. Like Squints has got his pre-rolls, obviously, but I'm doing one with Cheech and Chong. Yeah. So yes, it's Squints. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Squints pre-rolled. I was with him the other day. We were having a chat. So I'm making a blunt that's going to fit into here. We're doing a couple of different ones, right? So eventually,
we gotta smoke this.
Oh, no. We're smoking after.
Yeah.
This one, obviously, this one's too big. This one's too big to fit in here.
Right.
But it will sit in there essentially like that. Okay. And then basically, it sits in perfectly like this. Make sense?
Oh my god.
Yes.
You see that, Spanky? You like that?
Okay.
Oh, that's the illest.
Obviously, when that fits, it
Okay,
goes back over.
rave gear,
Vice raves,
festivals.
That's the illest.
We're raving, we're smoking, so that's what
Oh
we're doing.
my god.
I'm actually formulating one right now, and
Dude,
I'm
you
doing.
could actually get a vial like this, fill it with the other stuff, but that perfectly fits in that.
I mean,
We're
I'm not
making them.
gonna make any ideas, but you could put some pills in there too.
You can put anything you want.
Hey,
in there.
the actual company logo says "Made for the Ride, hidden in plain sight." And do you want to hear the
God.
kicker? They're waterproof. So back in Australia, I'm a swimmer.
Oh,
I
wow.
swam. I've had these sunnies
They're waterproof.
from the day I started my show.
Is that
I
what you
sta-
guys call glasses?
Yeah,
Sunnies?
sunnies.
Sunnies, yeah.
Sunnies.
So I got these sent to me for my first episode. You can literally go back on Medicated TV on YouTube. Look at my first episode. They give me these sunnies, right? These are the same pair. They've lasted 2 fucking years in Australia. Everything breaks in Australia, not scratched, right? I only just broke them coming to Vegas. I swam in them every day for 2 years, and I had a joint rolled up there. I put cling wrap. I wrapped. I don't know what you call it. You know, the cling
Saran wrap. Yeah.
Saran wrap. I wrapped a joint, and swam it every day.
Hey, what's the holes for on the? Right here. What are these for?
Oh, that's just I think that's
Design.
design. Just
Yeah,
design
okay.
layout. But
Make
probably-
you
so
run
You could
fast.
put the little-
Make you run fast.
Yeah, make you run fast so you can put the string on the back if you want to look.
You
If you want to look like a
could
retired
put
golfer.
the string on.
The good thing is they actually. I mean, they
They
don't look cheap.
They don't look shitty though.
They don't.
No, that's what I'm saying. They don't look like you would think for something like this.
Yeah.
they would be like some
Cheap ass.
looking, but they don't. They actually look designerish.
I'm a marketing man and I'm an honest man and I don't bullshit. If I rep your brand, if it's shit, I'm going to fucking say it's shit. I am telling you now on God, God will strike me down right now. These are the best sunnies I've ever had in my fucking life. And I don't like to promote other people's brands unwillingly unless it's fucking good, right? I'm telling you, they haven't scratched, they haven't failed. And I've got blue tack holding them apart and they're still going good. So like I'm over the moon. They're the best. I haven't had to buy another pair and then I bought the first pair. But what I'm doing is the secret parties. I'm working with Cheech and Chong. I don't know if you could bring a photo up.
Secret parties.
Do you remember the Cheech and Chong scene where they're standing there? You know,
What would the photo be of that you need them to pull?
in the car scene where they got, you know, when they're freaking out.
So-
Mostly now we
when
wow.
they-
It's got some Labrador in it.
Yeah, it got
So
some
how-
dog shit. Yeah.
Well, that's how I got signed to Cheech and Chong. Just so you know, I did an episode for Tommy Chong's birthday. I started my episode on my YouTube channel in May 2020, and it was his birthday just after that. And I did, because I do his voice, I reenact his voice, and they couldn't believe it.
really?
So,
Let's hear it.
Can I?
all right, so
Yeah.
Can I hear it?
which part you want? What scene do you want?
I mean, I just want to hear
Whatever.
the voice.
Go for your favorite one.
Oh, it's like you know when they're in the car scene, it's like, yo, what's in this? He's like, it's mostly Maui Wowie, man, but it's got some Labrador in it. And I followed the dog around for 2 weeks. It really blew the dog's mind, man.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
this scene here, I can do that whole thing. He's like, yeah,
Can I?
my name's Raph.
Hey, remember that's what I was trying to ask you earlier.
Him,
Hey, when I
Well-
was telling you earlier when I said, "Hey, I want to hear you say something in English." That was
That's what you wanted to hear?
well, I don't even know if that's English. That's Cheech and Chong.
English?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's high English.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
that.
That's right on the
I can talk the rest. I can talk the rest of the interview in Irish if you really want me to. Because that really, again, we can go that way. Or I can talk like the Queen if we really.
So
need to
was
have a cup of
was
tea.
he impressed when he heard your voiceover?
I did a private. There's a private unlisted video on YouTube. I'll show you afterwards, and I sent it to them, and it was just a congratulations and a happy birthday, and I love them to death. And my story again, not pity party. Onyx heard a little bit about it in here. I have a destiny. My destiny is to go to Joe Rogan. I've got so much dirt on the police in Australia. I'm going to shut down the fucking police force. I've got some serious stuff I've been through in my life, and I'm ready to. I was a prime suspect for a double murder that I was taken to a crime scene as a minor. That I wasn't the victim. I wasn't the murderer, and I want to take them down. I want to take the church down. And a
is
bunch of other
Australia as strict as they? Like I said, I always just hear it. I don't know, but is it as strict as they say? Like if you were to get caught with cocaine or was that with any drug? It doesn't matter
any
what
drug.
it is.
So the medicinal now we're getting a little bit of leeway because I'm smoking bongs out the front of the cop shop, not caring anymore because I'm just over it.
Wow.
So is it legal out there?
No, so
But the cops are
medicinally
chill.
legal from 2017, but recreationally we only just went recreational in ironically in the state where the parliament where the politicians are, where our prime minister is. So in Canberra,
So the capital.
the capital, yeah. Not Sydney's the capital, but the capital where all the the politicians are. They allowed you to
But
grow
there's
4 plants
drugs.
outdoors.
There's drugs out
We've
there,
got
right?
every drug imaginable out there.
Because I mean, everybody makes
Where's
it. Well,
the
no, I mean,
drugs?
I'm just saying everybody makes it like they come over here, and that's why they go so crazy with like coke and stuff, because it's
the prices.
Crime.
It's the prices there, and when they come here, that's why we unleash.
Okay.
So
I'm like, they gotta have it out.
Well, it's $2.50 a bag. It's $2.50 if you know someone. If you're a friend's friends, you'll get 0.8 of like I don't take coke or anything, but I know the prices because I'm from the area. You get 0.8 for $250. So
okay,
that's a bag.
0.8 is that under a gram, or you're saying
under a gram? Yeah. So your gram a gram will cost you $300.
Wow. So that's basic. I mean, 250 is basically what a 3.5.
And that's jumped. That's jumped, probably triple jumped. You're not getting mother of pearl for that. You're not getting anything crazy. It's nothing like that.
No,
it's that mother of pearl.
Yeah. So
that fucked me up. I'm sorry. That fucked me up.
So have people like let's say local people, have they gotten in trouble with drugs and stuff, and are the police really that hard on them, or are they kind of?
Absolutely. So the podcast I'm going on when I get back home, his name's Simo Brent. He was the first guy convicted. So Corvain Cooper, like the guy here, got life in prison for the cannabis crime. On the Clink podcast back home, Brent. He's the first guy convicted for trafficking CBD into Australia, and he's looking.
Oh, wow.
He's right now got. He's on parole. He's got an anklet bracelet on, and he's facing 20 years for CBD.
For CBD.
And the whole total cannabinoid percentage was under 1%, and he only got done with like 50 bottles. Yeah, look him up. It's crazy.
Wow.
So I'm going on that podcast. I'm actually changing the game. I'm done with it. I'm done with the bullshit. I'm done with the pharmaceuticals having their way. They've got their spot. They've got their spot. They can keep it. We've got our own fucking lane, and it's time that I'm going to be that guy. I am that guy. People call me the Joan of Arc. I'm the Joan of Arc of Australia. Okay. I'm going to smoke pot out the front of cop shops.
You need to get this guy, Domo. Get him on the gateway. Get him over to Joey Diaz. And
I told him.
Joey Diaz
I was like, you should come to my show in New York.
Could I?
Yeah.
Could I come with you?
I mean, yeah.
Where's your show?
I put it on the spot.
September 8th at.
September 8th.
I'll extend my trip.
New York, Times Square.
Sapphires.
I have a story.
Come see me.
I have a story. I would love to, and I'd be honored to. It'd be.
I think I'm gonna be in New York around that time too.
I'm going to Joey's podcast.
I'm gonna go with you.
It's in Jersey.
My very good friend Nate Diaz. The reason I will not be there, Nate Diaz is fighting his last fight.
And by the way, Joey called me the next day.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
oh, okay. He was like, "Yo, that's my fucking nephew, cocksucker. What is he doing?"
No, he showed you love.
I put that. So this is coming up. This is the 10th. So she's going on the 8th.
I changed my flight. I'm flying back so I can be in town for that.
Yeah. Normally I would travel with her, but I was like, oh my god, she decided just recently she was going to come back because that's such a good friend of ours.
Right.
I have the picture up there of him choking Connor.
Yeah.
Now the reason I did that is a story I tell. I'm not a gambler at all. And when Connor came up, he was at fighting 145. They were going to fight at 170.
Yep.
I was a wrestler in high school. I was like, that's a big fucking
bad mistake.
That's a bad, and I didn't know. Put 10,000 on it, 133,000. Never gambled again, but that's why that picture's.
Well, you'll love this. I actually pick back home. I'm a massive sports gambler. I'm a big gambler as well. I used to play semi-professional poker. I pick, and all the boys know I pick both my football back home and UFC at 90%. I'm a 90% picker. I always have from day one. I've got bet slips.
You said on the UFC.
I've got
specifically or any sport
on UFC. I'll show you a bet slip in here. I actually picked.
Okay, hey, real quick.
Yep.
This is a big odds.
I'll give you all the odds. I'll tell you who wins.
Who's gonna win this one?
So I'll tell you straight off the bat. Chimev. He
started out. They said he started out. I want to say he started at an 8-1, and then I think it went to 12-1. Which means, I think, what does that mean? You put 100 on, you win 1,200. Your odds 8 wins.
Yeah, that's right. It's 12-1. So he can be hit. Chimev can be hit, right?
Yep.
Very badly. The way he got hit in that last fight, he was dangerously close to getting knocked out. Now, I'll tell you something. Nate Diaz cannot get knocked out. No. This guy does not hit hard enough to knock Nate Diaz out. Nate, you're waiting for Nate to bleed. Now, just for the record, I fucking love Connor and I love Nate. Nate's my favourite fighter.
Yep.
And in Australia, nobody was happy that they ever fought because they're our two biggest favourite. It's like best friends fighting. We hate it. So Nate can't be fucking knocked out. He'll pull guard. This guy doesn't. This guy's a wrestler. He's no good on top. He's no good on top against a jiu-jitsu guy. So he's going to get rolled and he's going to get tapped.
Yeah. Well, I think a good example, like I said, when Leon Edwards just fought. Who did he fight? Kamaru Usman.
Yeah.
Again, nobody. And I mean, you saw Nate almost took out Leon, but it just goes to show you, anybody can beat anybody on any day. That's just a UFC.
Well, I'm gonna say this for UFC. this is the only sport where they'll say 15-3, 9-7. You lose in this fucking sport right here. So you lose. So
you have to lose.
You have to lose.
The hype that you got to. No disrespect to George Masvidal. Like again, I predicted the knockout. George Masvidal hasn't been knocked out. I said to them, "You watch, he's going to get blasted into another century."
I won $200 that was last weekend. Last minute, I just picked the faces. I saw that. I was like him because I knew the big ball guy, but I was like, I seen him fight before. But
Kamaru Usman.
I was like, he's not that impressive like that. Not to me. I was like, oh, he wins, but he still get hit. So I was like, I think that guy is going to beat him in the last round.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
And it happened.
Oh, my God.
I swear.
I've got a bet slip in here. I'll show you afterwards. I picked Chris Weidman to knock out Silva in the second round. I've got it in there. I won $88,000 from it.
Wow.
Hey, you know something crazy about that? So this is just being a fan watching. You know, and I was a huge Anderson Silva fan, but
he used to live down the street from me.
When Chris Weidman walked out that day, I knew he was gonna win. He had it in his eye. He was he knew he was winning that fight.
Yep.
And I saw it. I'm like, he's not afraid at all.
Let me tell you a fun fact. Rampage Jackson was supposed to do Wildin' Out, but he lost the fight before he was supposed to do it, so he didn't do it.
I love Rampage
because he was like, they're not about to joke on me.
They're gonna roast me.
Hell no.
Hey, and I saw something. I don't know what this is. I don't know. I'm trying to see if I saw it on TV or if I saw it on Instagram. But I saw your boy Nick Cannon doing some doofy pictures with a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
You mean another baby mom?
Yeah, he got another baby. I got a baby on the way too, so I can't talk shit about him.
Well, what they did though is they did like a it had to be on Instagram. They
like a joke of it,
like a dress up and all this. Like he would dress up, she would dress up, and they did all this really weird pictures.
Like he actually did it?
Yeah.
It wasn't a parody?
Yeah. Well, she was just trying to be different from all the other baby mamas, I think. You know what I'm saying? You're going to act like you like me.
Yeah.
You know, I can't go anywhere without hearing that name, Nick Cannon, you know?
Because he's trying to be with
so
Elon Musk and repopulate the country.
I was just on YouTube this morning, and a rapper from Pennsylvania that I did my cypher, like I did a global cypher. He just did the Nick Cannon challenge. I'm like, far out, man. I can't tell.
Hey,
what's the Nick Cannon challenge?
Hey, I was watching.
Get every bitch pregnant.
Yeah,
hold on. We got
go Merkham. Hey, Merkhams.
we
Make
gotta
sure
hold up a disclaimer for that one.
Hey, they had. I was watching on the Breakfast Club. They put 50 Cent was on there, and 50 Cent was like, they had asked him what they thought about Nick rapping, and he's like, he was like, he has no bars.
Yeah, like none.
Not zero. He's
50 Cent don't believe in your rap style, Nick.
Yeah.
You know, Nick is like my brother. Nick is my brother.
For not being a rapper, Nick's pretty good. I mean, for not being
I mean, he keeps trying.
I mean,
he's pretty good for being.
I'll give it up for him for pushing out the content.
Yeah.
Like and then getting you guys the wild and out guys, getting you guys backing it up. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's
I will say.
Well, he's the boss. He pays us, so we gotta. It's like a job.
Exactly.
Today we do this.
You need to tell Mr. Nick to maybe switch it up, get into some drill beats, come to Australia, and do some collabs. Maybe we can make him famous on rap. Maybe he'll bomb over there because he will be bomb ass fire.
Man, I'm doing a comedy album. And the name of my comedy album is Drill Comedy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got songs with Cat Williams.
When's that come out?
I'm recording it now, so probably like next year.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, how did you come up with these bears like this?
Yeah, so we're still talking about the boner bears. Hey,
that's the big hit.
Well, all right, so we're all on boner bears right now. We're all getting boners. So we basically came up. You can have a look at the ingredients there. We came up
the colors, the packaging, everything.
Open it up, have one, try one.
Is there a
I'm
female
definitely
get into it.
version?
Get into it. You won't have you won't go a third leg overnight. It'll take a bit longer.
Do they have female versions?
Yes,
so
I've got
or something like that?
Yeah, it works for the females too. It's got all the active ingredients for it's hormonal balance, and then it's got the CBD and
well,
stuff
you know,
like that.
do they say, and I don't know if this is a fact, but I thought they said if girls eat Viagra or Cialis, it's something stimulant to them as well.
I don't know.
I'm glad you asked me that question. I don't even know why I have the answer to this. So when I was a bit younger, very younger.
Because you're a fucking savage.
Yeah, I am
Right,
a savage. I've done. Look, everyone knows back in my south coast of Sydney, the south south of Sydney on the beaches. I played for the Illawarra junior Illawarra Hawks at LaMelo Ball.
Okay.
Yeah, so you try to buy that team. So I was, I was a bit of a player back in the day with the ladies, and it was a bit, stupid me. But we tried some Viagra when it first came out, and this girl took it, and she was like, "Do you reckon it's going to do anything?" I said, "I've got no fucking idea, but we'll try." And she took it, and she actually seen blue. Her vision went blue.
Wow.
The waves were crashing. You know what I mean? She was moist.
Oh,
but very, very moist.
Moist.
Right.
Moist.
Moist.
Yeah,
is
no, I've
such a
heard.
funny
You like
word.
that word?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that word
Yeah,
too.
somebody said it's a stimulant in some ways to females, but I've never had a female do it and say that.
Apparently, it makes them very moist. And too
Oh.
much of it, they can actually get a bit of blue impairment. So she
Wow.
actually seen a bit of blue impairment.
Oh, wow.
So now she's sucking the
Fuck,
Smurf's dick.
fuck.
She was, yeah. It was
Right.
like we were
Right.
going down to Smurf Town, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Papa Smurf.
I love it.
What
I
is
love
this
it.
other thing back here that I see? The box.
The box here?
Yeah,
Okay,
what
so
is that?
this is Mitchos's key product that we're dropping. This is the one that I'm really excited about. We launched this SKU. It's a dual cart pen. So it's got two 1 gram pens in it. One side is HHC and the other side is Delta 8.
Wow.
And you can switch it over and it's rechargeable.
Wow.
So
Awesome.
if you want to have a hit, feel free to have a hit. No one's touched it yet. No one's hit it. You can be, you can do it if you don't.
I ain't hitting it after you hit it.
He don't know where your
I
mouth has
got the
been.
clean mouth.
That's
So
like
just
me.
hit it.
After I did 2HC Shui,
Is there a button you got to push? Or?
yeah, you just press it 5 times on the bottom and then it's,
You got to press it 5
yeah,
times.
you know, to turn
Oh,
on.
to turn
use
it on.
Oh.
Turn on. Press it 5 times, it'll start.
I was gonna
flashing.
say once you're fucked up, you're like I don't remember to
Yeah.
count to 5 times.
I don't know which side it's switched on to, unless it's is it charged? How about that bad product review? I didn't even charge it.
That's
I probably
all
didn't charge it. My
Yeah.
bad.
It's all good. I was just looking at the box. And
Yeah.
I see it's Blue Dream and God's
Yeah, it's Blue
Gift.
Dream, God's Gift. So we went with a indica and a hybrid. So we made sure that.
So one side's indica, one side's hybrid.
Yeah. So we wanted to make it so
And
you know.
what is you switch it over?
Yeah,
There's
so
a button to,
in here, I don't know how your camera show. There's a switch there. You see that switch?
oh yeah.
You just
Okay.
flick
Oh,
that
okay.
over.
So you just go to whatever side.
And you
Oh,
you
okay.
cut-
That's
you cut
actually
inside.
genius. Why don't they
Yeah.
have indica and fucking sativa?
Well, that, we do everything. So we
Yeah.
do every single kind of combination you can imagine in all kinds of compounds. So I don't just do HHC. I do like the nerd ropes, the THCO.
Okay.
So we can do it. The THCO is the new compound. THCO, HHC. I've even got some mushrooms there.
I've been staring at the whole time.
Have them. Have one. I eat them.
Feel better mushroom.
They're not. See, again, I remember I said to you, I'm an honest man, not a salesman. Right. So you're not going to get tripping balls from taking mushrooms. If you want to try one, you can. They just I just give you focus. Tastes beautiful, nice and focused. You're not gonna. You're not. There's no. We couldn't sell them on the shelves if you're going to trip balls.
right.
So understand you're taking a multivitamin, nothing less. With
Yeah, you said that right about the who. What are our friends, the Matador guys?
Matrix.
Matrix. So what you were saying about Matrix? You know, you said as an honest salesman, like I said, I tried their gummy or whatever, and it was bomb. Like as far as the taste,
That shit was
you know, like
that was bomb.
You like that?
flavor,
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah.
That was nice.
It's very hard to get the mushroom with the lion's mane, the reishi. It's very hard to get that. There's a yucky taste with it.
Yeah.
So we had to make a proper formulated compound. But it's all halal, organic. You know what I mean?
Halal. There you go.
Yeah. So we're looking after people doing the, it's kosher, proper organic stuff. We're not mucking around. CBD headquarters is legit. We are the.
I love halal. I'm Muslim. I only eat pussy if it's halal.
Well, ironically, I'm. If anything, I'm Muslim too.
There you go.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. There you go.
I was raised by Turkish Muslims, so I was a.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you a quick snapshot. I don't mean to take over and talk too much shit, but
okay.
my background story. The reason I told you, I've got a reason to go to Joe Rogan. Everyone
That's
goes
my
to me,
boy.
Hey,
I'm
just the
really
fact-
good friends with him.
Just the
Hey,
fact that you
Yeah.
said
Hell
that,
yeah.
it will happen.
Well, I'm going to say it to you this
Yes.
way.
I
Onyx,
know.
Onyx nearly fell over when I told her what I'm going to do.
I'm gonna go with you.
If I ever get there, and I truly believe I need to
Oh.
be there because I have a message that needs to be told to the world. Beyond, everyone's got a story, but I shouldn't be here, and I should be dead multiple times over. I was when I was a kid, my own father put me in a coma twice before I was 8.
Mm.
I was shipped off to boarding school, Catholic boarding school,
How do you put someone in a coma?
by beating the
Beat
shit
him.
out of him.
Oh,
I was gonna say, yeah,
With
give
with
me
a-
your ass.
with a,
whooped.
Yeah.
with a belt.
Yeah.
With a belt. He beat everything, and then I had a family up until the time I was 8, and I went from a silver spoon family, and this is my message to people is, I don't know what's worse. Would you rather come from the streets and be from the streets, or would you rather come from the silver spoon and get thrown to the lions?
Thank you. I
Oh.
totally feel that.
I was fed the silver spoon. My parents, who I grew up with, they had fucking more money than you can imagine. And my dad ripped it all off. He was a Vietnam veteran, scumbag, and I don't care about him, so he's still alive. I hope he's not. But
oh, right.
Yeah.
no, look, this is me. I'm honest. That's
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I'm an
Hey,
honest man.
no.
I don't pull
Rock
any
your shit.
punches.
Own your shit.
And he did that shit, shipped me off to boarding school, Catholic boarding school. I'm not even going to talk about that. Can't talk about that at the moment. Skipped on to that. I came out of there. My family was dissolved. I had no family. I actually never got picked up from school. I went back home to my town, and these motherfuckers left me. And I walked into a house that I thought was mine. I had to break in. But, you know, it was my house, and I walked in. It was a different house. Different. They sold the house. It was gone. I was walking into. I was breaking and entering at 13 years old.
Wow.
Then I was homeless for a long time, and I was shipped around, and I was adopted by Turkish Muslims. Shout out to Mustafa. I love you, my brother, and my whole family. They took me in. They seen I was living under a house at 13.
Under a house.
And I lived under a house on the dirt. Yeah, in Warilla, from the south coast of Wollongong, and I wasn't doing too well, and I was still going to school. Didn't have a shower, just wore my school clothes. And my brother Mustafa, and you know, when you're Muslim, you know they care. They genuinely care, and they see through the trouble. So they took me in. My father, Dagestan, his name was Dagestan. He's passed away now. He said to me, "No, we've got you. You know, you're right. You're with us. You're one of us." So from there, I managed to get off the dirt into my own life and starting my own thing. Then as I grew up in the south coast of Wollongong, we had a drug epidemic, and that's where Shabu came in, ice.
Right.
I don't know if you remember. Do you know that name, Shabu? Is that
Yeah, Shabu, I heard of that.
Yeah, Shabs.
Yeah.
So Shabs hit the streets of Port Kembla, and I was a 14-year-old kid, and went through hell. I got shot, my head blown off outside of a nightclub. I got a scar across my face here from it. It was the triads, Asian triads.
I was drunk. Heard about those guys.
Yeah,
I was drunk, and I was walking down to the car park to meet with the boys by myself, as I do. I don't care. I just walk. You know, I walk in my own path. I don't wait for people. And I walked through a crowd, and they bumped them, and I sort of went, "Sorry, guys," and they went, "You fucking," you know, bad mouth. And one of them grabbed me by the shoulder and spun me around, and just put a gun in my head. There's no guns in Australia. You don't see this shit. So for me, it was like a cartoon. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was drunk, and I went, "Fuck off, idiot!" I went out and hit the gun. Fucking just all you know, the flash shatter just hit me in the eye. Sent me. I got photos of my phone of the surgery. It was pretty crazy. The cops didn't do anything about that because I was a street kid. I was the biggest car thief in Wollongong. I was just trying to make a living, trying to, you know, just survive.
Right.
That was all good. A couple of months later, went out again. There was a bunch of guys trying to rob a convenience store across from the nightclub. Just giving this old Aboriginal lady. I'm very close to my Aboriginal people, my Indigenous people. My nephew Quaden, you might have heard him. Quaden, he's a dwarf kid who got bullied and suicide. And yeah, anyway, he's a famous kid back home. It's my nephew, love you, Neff. Went there and helped out this lady, and they got jumped by 6 guys and a girl, and they stabbed me 19 times with a pencil. And yeah, I got
fucking pencil.
With a pencil?
I got scars, and I don't show many people
shit.
this. And luckily, after the 4th one, it snapped off. It snapped off in my gut. I was just hanging out, and then the rest ones hit me in the chest.
Was this when you were a bigger guy?
No, I was still skinny then. This was before. This was a part of the trauma, me starting the Oxycontin, and that's where it all came in, the pain and stuff like that. Then I was the prime suspect for a double murder, and there was a pedophile ring, and I lived in a granny flat behind a guy named David O'Hearn and the former Lord Mayor of Wollongong, Frank Arkell. And there was a guy who went and murdered him. I mean, very severe. You can Google this stuff. That's why I'm going on the Clink podcast next to talk about this because it's a major event back in Australia. I was only 14, 15 years old, and they took me to the crime scene where he was beheaded. And yeah, it was a very graphic thing. And I've never got justice for it. You know what I mean? Never got justice for my past, for my.
So they ended up putting you in jail?
No, they ran me through the ringer. They followed me around. I was on Australian True Crime as one of the suspects. They tried to make me sign things and all this kind of stuff. It was craziness.
So there was corruption within the police.
Massive corruption. Because I, you know, if you think about the way my life sort of went from a Catholic boarding school to now there's these pedophiles, you know, and then they're murdered. The problem was that I actually bashed David O'Hearn the day before. The day of he got murdered. I owed him $20. He owned a corner store, and in the corner store behind it, I lived in a granny flat. So he came back and said, "You owe me money," and I couldn't afford it. And he said, "There's other ways you can pay it," and that was game on for me. So he just got lit up, and that an hour later he was murdered in his house. So I had a very, very, very bad experience with that. So there was the stabbing, the shooting, the double murder. People isolated from me. They didn't want anything to do with me. I was a criminal. I was out of control. And then the cops came to me and said to me, you have to get out of Wollongong. You have to leave or we're going to lock you up forever. And probably not even lock you up. We're probably going to send you to the bush and you're going to go missing. So me and my brother had to leave town. My brother Mustafa, he went to Darwin. I went up to Western Sydney from the area and restarted again. So
wow.
And then that's only me giving you a 2-minute snapshot.
Yeah. That's a.
There's police corruption in there from something that happened to me when I was a child with an underage girl with a detective, and I can't wait.
Well,
and
I'll tell you what, when you make it to the Joe Rogan podcast, he'll get that shit figured out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there's a little secret that's going to happen at the end, which I told Onyx, because I'm not about the fame, I'm not about the clout, I'm not about the money. I actually don't give a fuck, to be honest. I'm just here to have a good time and meet guys like yous and Spanky and Onyx, and I love you guys for having me on the show. And my job here is to deliver a message, to tell people that life's precious. That's all it's about for me. Like we sit in this podcast. I hope you told someone. I hope you guys. I hope you told someone you love them before you walked in here, because we live in a fucking weird world now.
Yeah.
And when you walk out of this studio, you want to hope that they're still there breathing, because we don't know. There's no guarantees anymore. And I've been through enough trauma and enough. I know this got real dark and real.
No, but that's real though. That's very real.
That there is why I do cannabis. I started this cannabis brand. I signed with Tommy. Tommy's the dad I never had. That's what I call him. On my show, I interviewed him and I told him how much I love him. Cheech and Chong is the reason I'm still alive. People like Onyx are the reason I still fight and I still do this stuff. I still struggle every day. But I want to get to Joe Rogan to show people that this kid from fucking nowhere, he's a nobody from fucking nowhere. He's just this Aussie guy. I should be dead 10 times over.
I got stabbed by a pencil.
Stabbed by a pencil fucking too many times. Like, you may as well make a canvas out of me. And I lost the weight. Like I've been at 350 pounds. I lost the weight. I've been suicidal. I've tried to kill myself over 100 times.
Created a boner pill.
Which I'm going to use tonight.
Please do. I'm going to send you Spanky. I got you. I'm going to send you bucket loads. I got you.
I mean, these scars are like your iron shield, and it makes you stronger to keep hustling hard.
100.
Yeah.
That's why I'll never quit. People know me. They see me. They're like, I break down. I'm the most honest guy you'll meet. I was crying before I came to this show. I was sitting in the hotel room going, fuck, man, like I'm not doing enough. I beat myself up all the time. I promised, like Mitchos and my brother Ink, my Irish drill rapper. He's the first guy to ever do drill rap from Ireland.
Okay.
Shout out Ink. I tried to get him at Burning Trees. And I was pushing so hard, and I was harassing them. I was like, I'm bored of them. I did all the paperwork. I was just doing everything. I wanted to get these boys here, and I failed them. I left it too late. So I beat myself up really hard, and I was sitting in a hotel room going,
Man, I wish I would have known that. I'm pretty good at making things happen like that.
Appreciate it,
But
man.
if I would have had I known, I didn't know.
The good thing is though, they've spoke to us and they're going to put us on next year.
Hey, all you have to tell them though is behind every one of those rappers that you see on there is a goofy white guy.
Yep,
understand that.
100%.
Put them on there.
Now that I'm educated on drill music, I want to go to a drill show in Australia.
Hell yeah.
I would like
the
to do
first
that
things
too.
first, I was talking to Lord William today, another rapper from Boston. He's done a song with Ink. So I'm actually doing, that's why I was up all night.
Okay.
I'm bringing all the boys out. I'm going to do a tour. I'm going to bring some different flow.
Can we do a drill show here?
You've got it. It's you and me. We'll organise this like our other
we would
concerts.
love to
Let's
do a drill show.
show.
Oh yeah.
Green Room Radio.
Let's do it.
We're going to have to wrap it up for today.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you, Irish Wick, for coming
Irish,
by.
Thank you so much.
Can I tell him my Irish story? I mean my
Yes.
Sydney
Sure.
story. Okay,
Go
so
for
I
it.
went to Sydney one time, and I did a show out there, and the promoters, it was like
Were you late?
yeah. So I get there, they make me stay 3 days extra because on Sunday is the day that the docs come in from the Navy, and all the women come and they want the black man.
Correct.
So thank you for saying that.
Oh,
Because people look at me stupid when I say that.
It's 100. You're bang on.
They was calling me everybody called me the governor. I was the governor. I was the governor. Governor. He's the governor.
You're the governor.
All day. So I get to this place. I see about 1,000 women.
Oh, yeah.
And they're
Okay.
all waiting on this boat to dock. They're cheering, happy, like we got some dick coming. Crazy. And then they all looked at me like, oh, he's one. And I had about 30. They were fighting over me. I had a Detroit all blue. One girl took my hat and ran. like,
Yes.
they were fucking with me. I felt great. I broke up with my girl. As soon as I got home, I said, you don't appreciate me, bitch. I just went to Australia and it was bitches fighting over me.
The Australian ladies, my homegirls in LA, they love black men.
They do.
Like,
Yes, they do.
like crazy.
We have.
They do.
There's a thing that the only way I've managed to able to stay in the game, because all my mates are like Samoan, dark skin. I said that, you know that saying, once you go black, you never go back.
Right.
I keep saying to them, the only chance I've got to stay in this game is once you go Irish, you never go black. So I've got to get in before you guys, because you guys.
Damn, I can use that being that I'm Irish.
Yeah.
So
Hey, and Irish redhead girls are the best.
Oh my God!
There you go.
The real gingers.
Yes.
I married one. They're attracted to me. I've got a pheromone for gingers.
There you go. Me too.
Yeah,
I love them.
They
What's one of the first things I told you?
that is.
Yeah.
You said,
Wait. Who is your fantasy ginger? Like,
All them bitches.
no, I mean, but
the
is
one
there
from
a famous
the one from Gilligan's Island. Was
Is
her
there
name
a
Ginger?
famous one?
I'll tell you the first one,
Okay.
Lucy.
Oh, that's
First one.
nice.
My mother was like, you like white girls? I was like, look at her.
Look at Lucy.
And she was quirky and
She was
funny
quirky, yeah,
and beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
Do you have any
Beautiful.
kids?
I have 2 kids.
Two
Yeah.
kids? What's the ages?
So my son Dublin, his name's Dublin. I kept it Irish.
Dublin.
There you go.
So my real name's Irish Wick, and I just wanted to keep it because
yeah,
you
he
know.
showed us his ID. I had to do an ID
Oh my
check
God,
on his
Yeah.
name.
no.
Irish.
Yeah,
Wick.
real- that's my real-
Dublin.
yeah,
so-
Irish.
And he's a ginger. He's just turned 15. He's 6'2".
Wow.
So we call it in Australia, got kangaroos and they're called big reds.
Yeah.
Big Reds.
So he's the big soulless red, right? Because they got no souls, gingers. You know about that.
Well, you know that
So,
because
yeah.
they're fucking evil motherfuckers.
Hey,
That's what makes them so beautiful.
You summed up my say, you little evil motherfucker. He's
Yeah.
silent but deadly. But
Yeah.
he's a 6'2" giant, and I've got a daughter named Charlie, and she's 12. And
That's a great.
yeah,
name.
I
man.
love it when girls have boy names.
yeah, and then my wife Ari, she's the one who popped them out, and
Yes.
I've ruined her body for those kids. And now I'm in America, and she's back home looking after them while I'm.
How
trying to
old
be a
is your
sister.
daughter? You said the son is 15
And 12.
15 and 12.
My daughter Charlie, she's a fucking rock star. She was in one of my episodes on the back end of one of my reactions. Because the girl we did, I'm close with Crip the rapper and a few other guys, and they did a cipher and with Dax on it and a few other people, and Carly X, who we reacted, the girl from New York, she was the best. She was easily the best verse on there, and I let my daughter announce it, the winner of the reaction.
Is this Michos? Is he a
dope.
battle rapper?
Michos can battle rap. All my boys are battle rappers. More my Samoan boys, Red Honcho. Shout out Red Honcho. He's my brother. He's kept me alive, my support person through everything, going through everything. But we've got battle rappers galore. We're actually setting something up. So
I would love. I keep saying this, but I would love. I think I told you last time. I would love to put together a rap battle. And I know that there's not many people that live here in Vegas, but I know we'd get a lot from Cali.
Well, what I can help you with if you want to talk, I know we're going to wrap this show up.
Yeah.
My boy Steve Booser from Philadelphia, he's a reaction. He works with Stogie T and he does all African rap. They're about to form a rap battle. They've invited my Australian crew to do a rap battle. I reckon that we can make something
I saw a guy. I'm in the market right now. I'm looking for a stud for my English bulldog. And I actually came across this guy, and that's what he puts together rap. But he does the dog game, but he also puts together rap battles. And it was funny because he told me he wanted 3,000. His dog's name was Zion the Bully. And I asked him, I said, hey, let's make a deal. I said, you take your top battle rapper, and I'll fly him out here, and I'll just bring one of mine. And if I win, I get the free stud service,
free stud.
whatever. And he's like, done. And I was like, all right. And then I had to tell him, I'm like, listen, I ain't gonna just take your money because you know any plain Jane out of Detroit's gonna fucking murk that shit.
For real.
So I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna get you that way, but we'll still set it up. I liked what he was doing.
And you're gonna do
There you
it?
go.
We haven't
Obviously
followed up,
Yeah,
but we are because I think that was awesome. I'm like, that is so dope.
And if not, I know somebody out here with like 80 dogs like that.
Yeah.
So I got you.
Sweet.
Either way.
Hey,
I got you.
here's a question for you. Do you want us to spin this wheel here to ask if you're gonna meet Joe Rogan, or would you rather just make it a mystery?
Listen, man, I'm from the future. I already know it's gonna say yes. Let's spin that shit.
All right, let's spin it.
It's gonna land right over here somewhere.
Better say absolutely yes.
As
That's
mom.
Well, that's the first one, but
Well, sorry, I don't know who she is, but
That's okay.
hey, that's you know what?
No, that's your kid's mom. That's mom.
Dad. That's
Yeah.
See, I call my wife mom. She calls me dad because everybody's in the house dad. Everybody calls me dad.
Maybe I should find out and ring her and ask her.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So that's your mom. That's mom.
You know,
All right, well,
you know
where-
what?
can
I'll be
you-
going on it.
Can you give us your socials where people can find you?
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone can find me on Instagram. So I just hit 1 million likes on TikTok, and they just
Awesome.
banned me. They just banned me when I hit the
Of course
1
they
million
did.
likes.
They always
Right.
Because they do that when you blow up, though.
I
We
hit
need to
20,000.
get
So
you back up.
I know if anyone can help me with my TikTok, please, God, it's my only life support that I
Okay,
don't do that.
me and the OnlyFans girls, we're gonna try to
Yes,
get you
medicated
back up.
_TV on TikTok. You can get me at Instagram. Instagram is my main platform because I can smoke weed there and I do my live stuff. That is Irish Wick Legit. And Medicated TV on every other platform. Literally, you can Google me. I've been on a bunch of
And
shows.
you're on Hayes Radio as well.
Yeah, you can find us on Hayes Radio. Quick shout out to Hayes Radio. I'm a show on the Hayes Radio. You can right now we're on the TV. If you've got a Roku Fire Stick, you can download Hayes TV like Netflix. We've laid it out.
Spanky Hayes need to be on Hayes TV.
Hell
Can I,
yes.
hey, Spanky? Can I put you on the spot and bring you into the
need
studio?
to go to their
Fuck yeah.
studio
Yeah.
in LA.
You
Yeah.
need to
Double
come in.
Monster.
I'll be there this weekend.
Tell us where we can find you.
You can find
we gotta
me
wrap
at
this.
Domo Monster 7 on IG.
And unfortunately, my IG was stolen, so I do not have one. So it'll be the what? Green Room Radio.
Green
Right.
Radio.
And where can we
And
find
I
our-
just changed my name again. I'm known for that. Now it's called The Real Spanky Hayes.
So you're no longer the official
No,
one on there?
no.
Oh.
You look like you look like one of those fucking
Okay.
Jedis or
Right. Well, my daughter's name
yeah,
is
Jedi.
Jedi.
Yeah. Well, you look like you had a hood on, so that's not your page anymore.
No, I changed the picture. Same page. I just
Okay.
changed the picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate
So
you
the
coming
real
by
Spanky
and
Hayes.
being a guest host for Super James. We'll see you all next week.
Peace.
Peace, Super James. What up?
Dope.
That was
Okay.
fucking awesome.
Hope that was all right, guys.
Yeah. So